Hi guys, welcome back to PlanetMithril. My name is Mithril and welcome back to my Battlefield Basics, the series of videos that get your toys battle ready in no time at all, and today I have for you my take on painting Moria Goblin warriors. Now, do you know another army in Middle-earth who can sport such vibrant green and red tones and make it work? Maybe that's just the darkness of Moria, meaning they can't actually see what they look like. Whatever the reason, I'm going to be showing you today how to quickly get your hordes of goblin warriors battle ready in no time at all. This recipe you can replicate across spearmen, bowmen, and even some more of the elite units, as they share very similar colour palettes. I'll be working my goblin of a chaos black undercoat, which I've applied with the primer. Brush is ready guys, let's get painting. I'm starting by base coating all my Moria Goblins armour and the sword blade using Iron Warriors, a nice dark almost black metal which is perfect. Now on these older sculpts sometimes it's hard to differentiate between armour and cloth. Generally speaking, anything spiky can probably be considered armour. Now I'm darkening the metals even further by applying a fairly heavy shade of Nuln Oil. Once this dries, you can add a second coat if you want it even darker, or even experiment with a rusty look with some Agrax Earthshade, which is a great way to subtly break up your goblin hordes. There's a lot of malice and cruelty built up over the jagged edges of goblin armour. To try and mirror this as best I can, I'm going to apply a dry brush over all the metals now using Runefang Steel. In theory, the super light tone of the Runefang will just catch the edges and jagged points of goblin armour, and combined with the dark base tones, really portray that cruelty and that sharpness. And the darker your base tones are, the stronger this effect will be once finished. All of the goblin's skin now is being base coated using Castellan Green. This includes the face, hands, feet and any exposed skin, probably around their thighs, upper arms, elbows and calves. All the skin now is being shaded back using Athonian Camoshade. With my shade now dry, I'm going over all the skin and applying a layer using Elysian Green. Now this will look extremely stark, especially when contrasted with the darker undertones. I want to try and pull out that sickly, tumescent, greeny yellow hue that the Moria Goblins have, and Elysian Green is the best paint to do the job without relying on complex mixes or blend. At least it is in my opinion. You want to focus on framing the very sharp facial features, their pointy snout, long ears and high cheekbones, while separating out the fingers, toes and creating muscle definition over their arms and legs. Now, I wouldn't normally tackle eyes in a Battlefield Basics video, but these are so big and bulbous, it'd be a shame not to, so I'm carefully picking out my goblin's eyes using Zandri Dust. You can also, if you're feeling brave enough, pick out his sharp little fangs hanging down the front of his mouth using Screaming Skull. Any and all of the rags that hang off my goblin now are being base coated using Khorne Red. These are typically located hanging down from the waist and around the tops of the arms, but some sculpts may have more. All the rags now are being given a shade using Carroburg Crimson. With my shade now dry, I'm layering up the cloth and rags now using Evil Sun Scarlet, leaving the Carroburg Crimson showing in the creases and recesses to provide some really effective shading amongst that quite vibrant red. Any straps over my Goblin Warrior now are being picked out using Dryad Bark, mainly looking at the straps holding the shin guards in place as well as over the forearms. I'm also picking up the sword pommel at this stage too. His manky scraggly hair hanging down his back is being base coated using Corvus Black. The hair and the leather straps now are being shaded down at the same time using Agrax Earthshade. The straps now are being quickly highlighted using Gorthor Brown. And finally, I'm applying a quick highlight to the hair using Stormvermin Fur. The first of a wicked horde of spiky metals and bulbous yellow eyes teeming forth from the depth of Moria is now done, and you too can get the rest of your goblin masses painted up quickly and really nicely, ready to wreak havoc on any passing group of 9 travellers or dwarves that happen by. Just avoid the big walking fire demon, right? All that's left is to base your goblin, and you can do that by checking out my 500 bases playlist on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's Battlefield Basics video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell to make sure you never miss a Mithril upload. And thank you once again to all our Patreons. We really appreciate your support. It helps us keep doing what we're doing. And you can check us out on there for as little as £1 a month. The link is in the description below. Until next time guys, take care. And as always, happy hobbying. Bye guys.